Oh, mashallah. Had to move the camera today, so please forgive me. Some adjustments here. Okay. Basalat, inshallah. Can you take care of the over here where and did Ali just walk out? MashaAllah. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ba'da a'udhu billahi min ash-shaytani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Barakallahu feekum ajma'in. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. Jazakumullahu khairan jaza. Spending this evening with us, inshallah. I'm just going to give you the quick, just a brief rundown how, inshallah, we're going to conduct the program this evening. Inshallah, after this, I will introduce Brother Ali, inshallah. He will recite first this evening. Then Hafidh Basalat will recite, inshallah, from the 30th Juz. And then also Hafidh Hashmat will also recite, inshallah, from the 30th Juz. Then we will have a short talk, inshallah. And then I will complete with An-Nas, Al-Fatiha, and then into Al-Baqarah. And then we will have the dua. Then Brother Ali, inshallah, will call the adhan, and that will complete the program for this evening, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I would like to actually start right now. Yeah, can you? We will try to have the program completed within an hour. We are roughly about 5 minutes outside of schedule, which I don't like, but trying to run away, trying to escape, huh? MashaAllah. Okay, so inshallah, without any further ado, Brother Ali, inshallah, will recite. Each reciter will recite for roughly, they've got a roughly about a 10 to 12-minute window, inshallah, to take advantage of as they like, inshallah, bi'idhnillah, mashallah. Okay, so Ali, bismillah.
I want to relax. So in case. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفذ كلمات ربي قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفذ كلمات ربي لنفذ البحر قبل أن تنفذ كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إله واحد قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون. الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون. سبحان الله عما يشركون. صدق الله العظيم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We will be reciting the last half of the 30th juz. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين طغوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما وتحبون المال حبا جما كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأنى له الذكرى يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا أقسم بهذا البلد وأنت حل بهذا البلد ووالد وما ولد لقد خلقنا الإنسان في كبد أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا أيحسب أن لم يره أحد ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين فلاقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أولئك أصحاب الميمنة والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة عليهم نار مؤصدة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بتغواها إذ انبعث أشقاها فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها فكذبوه فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين. لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون. فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى. أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى. ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى. كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطية فليدع ناديه سندع الزبانية. كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب.
السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر. ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة. رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة فيها كتب قيمة. وما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة. وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين حنفاء ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة. إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك لمن خشي ربه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعاضيات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا فأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. القارعة ما القارعة وما أدراك ما القارعة يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه فهو في عيشة راضية وأما من خفت موازينه فأمه هاوية وما أدراك ما هي نار حامية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويل لكل همزة لمزة الذي جمع مالا وعددا يحسب أن ماله أخلدا كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في عمد ممددة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد
Alhamdulillah. Before we begin the talk and then the dua, inshallah, I just wanted to make just a couple of quick announcements, inshallah. And alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all the volunteers and everybody that came in today, mashallah, and helped. We served 400, roughly about 400 people in just a little over an hour. We'd actually scheduled from 4 to 7, but mashallah, there was such a beautiful, steady stream of people, mashallah, from 4 o'clock that I think by the time, quarter after 5, mashallah, a large amount of food, again, 400 people had been served just in that small amount of time. So again, that takes a very well-oiled machine in order to be able to do that, especially when you're talking about curbside service. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless everybody, those who donated the food, those who cooked the food, those who served the food, and those who received the food. And may those who eat from it this evening, alhamdulillah, and then engage in ibadah on this potential final night of Ramadan, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward everybody involved and share the reward of the a'mal of everybody who took part and gained the energy from that food as well. Inshallah, whether Eid is Saturday or Eid is Sunday, because people were stopping me also in the parking lot and asking. So just again, for clarification's sake, you're going to pray your Eid Salat at home. And we have just a rough, thrown together. It kind of went further than what I expected, mashallah. But just did a rough video, inshallah, of how to perform the Eid Salat at home. Some people were asking questions about, what if I'm by myself or it's just me and my wife? Even if you are by yourself, you will pray your Eid Salat, inshallah, at home. If it's just you and your wife, then inshallah, you will lead her in the Salat. Now, how to go about doing that? She will still be behind you. So she will not stand on your left side or your right side. So she will be behind you, and you will lead the Salat, inshallah, normal, with the added instructions for the extra in the Hanafi fiqh for the extra six takbirat, the 3 in the first rak'ah and the 3 in the second rak'ah. Again, on the Huda's YouTube, so Masjid Huda Schomburg YouTube channel, which most of you are in right now. We have the instructional video that's there. And again, I will put my email address here. If you have any questions or need any more clarification, please feel free to contact me, inshallah. So you will pray your Eid Salat at home at 9 o'clock, and then finish that, inshallah. And then also at 9:30, we will have a live streaming khutbah, Bayaan, that will take place here from the Masjid for everybody, inshallah. Just real quick, just a reminder, I don't know if I put it in the video or not, but there's no the takbirat, there's a difference of opinion about that, but if you want to, inshallah, do the takbirat at home, inshallah, do the takbirat at home. Also, there's no nafil salat. So in between your fajr salat, so when fajr finishes and you're done with your fajr salat, and now you're waiting for ishraq, so you're waiting for the sun to rise, and when the sun has risen clearly into the sky, that's when now the time for Salatul Eid has begun, all the way until Zawal. So this time period in between there is no salat. And then when this time around where the Salatul Eid, where you can make Salatul Eid, there's going to be no nafil salat. If you need to make up your farad, if God forbid, if you should have missed your fajr salat and you need to make up your fajr salat, you can do that at that time. But there's going to be no nafil. So no nafil salat before you pray your Salatul Eid, inshallah. And again, if you need any clarification, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I will get back to you as quickly as is possible, inshallah, bi-idhnillah ta'ala. With that, we will begin this evening's short talk, inshallah. Still going to try to have this wrapped up in a reasonable amount of time. We got a little bit of a late start, but we're pretty much on schedule. We know that tomorrow is still a work day. And alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Sayyidina Muhammad رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بي خير اللهم لا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين يا رب العالمين. Ramadan. Already, just that fast. Here it is, the 29th night. It's happened so fast that it feels like I all yesterday and today, I kept checking to make sure, like, is it right? Is it really the 29th? It just happened so fast. I don't even think like it's fully settled into me, the realization that it really is the 29th night. And potentially tomorrow could be the last day of fasting. Um, and we talked about it, in Sha'ban, and we talked about it at the beginning of Ramadan, and now here we are by Allah's fadl. It is Allah's rahmah that He has allowed us to fast and engage in all of our a'mal during this month of Ramadan, whatever we were able to engage in. And of course, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us for any time that we wasted or anything that we did which was outside of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted for us, even though we may have not necessarily wanted and put forth the effort for ourselves. So we ask Allah to forgive us for those indiscretions. Khatm al-Qur'an. During this Ramadan is going to be remembered. Probably more than any other Ramadan, at least for those who are alive right now. How it will be remembered, the COVID-19 Ramadan, the coronavirus Ramadan, the online Ramadan, there's so many different ways of looking at it depending on your perspective. I know there's some people that they actually got more out of this Ramadan than in previous because they didn't have the pressure of da'wats and all of these things. So they were actually more focused and more engaged and locked in with their ibadat. So it depends on the individual. But needless to say, not being able to have normal Salatul Taraweeh in the Masjid and engage with each other, being able to feed people, and that social interaction, which is part of our civilization, is part of our culture, Islamic culture. This interaction that we have during this month of Ramadan, as we share in fulfilling this obligation, this farida of Sawm fi Shahr Ramadan, of fasting during this month of Ramadan. But what it has done, it has allowed us, and hopefully we have taken advantage, and to whatever degree, again, may Allah Ta'ala accept, it has allowed us to take advantage of this isolation and be able to connect with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, read more Qur'an, make more salah. For families, hopefully, inshallah, families came closer together because they were spending more time together. And even though, with non-Muslims and you have, what do you call it, marital violence and abuse and these things kind of increasing. But for us, hopefully, inshallah, because of the ibadah, because of the soft hearts, because of the fasting, because of everything that we're engaging in during this month of Ramadan, that hopefully families came together also, even in the midst of the health crisis. So, but it will definitely be remembered. There is absolutely no doubt about that. I was talking to a brother this morning, and one of the hardest things is to come to the masjid, and mashallah, because I do generally spend a large portion of my day here. I'm so used to seeing the brothers, I know who comes for Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, who's there for multiple salats, what days, certain people come, who comes for Jumu'ah, who comes for the first Jumu'ah, who comes for the second, who comes for programs, and not seeing them and knowing the love that they have for the community, the love that they have for being in the masjid and making salah with the jama'ah and reading Qur'an in the masjid, making dhikr in the masjid. We have those brothers that will come and sit from one salat to another salat, and they become your companions. So as we spend this time in the masjid and we really get to know each other and we share things with each other, and it's a special thing because it's being done in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I was talking to the brother and I was telling him, it's difficult. Sometimes, just thinking about it just kind of brings tears to your eyes because that, and these brothers, they are out there and they haven't been able to come to the masjid. Outside of Ramadan, they are attached to the masjid. Now in Ramadan, where all of us, we congregate in the masjid, and we come together in the masjid, knowing that they weren't able to come, to feel the pain for them, and then a little bit of guilt on my part because I'm able to be here. But it is most definitely it is a blessing from Allah to be here, but there is still a bit of guilt. It's kind of like that survivor's guilt. So there is a bit of guilt of being here, and everybody else is not able to be here with me as well. So we hope and we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings us some ease in that capacity as soon as possible, inshallah. And Allah knows best for us. Allah knows what we need, and Allah knows what we can handle. So we put our trust solely and completely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we're finishing this Qur'an during this month of Ramadan, though, not being able to, again, we're not finishing in after, mashallah, 29 nights of meeting in the masjid and spending roughly about an hour and a half in the masjid together. This is without that benefit of the social interactions during the iftar, the suhoor, the i'tikaf in the masjid. So it's kind of like, from the masjid experience and from the community experience, it's almost been a blank all the way across the board. But now, even as we're finishing the Qur'an and we're talking about, the changes that we've undergone and the stresses involved with that, and this adaptation process that we've been undergoing and still are undergoing, and getting used to the new normal, as we're now all calling it. So as we're getting used to the new normal, and as we're waiting patiently for our masajid to slowly be opened up again, and for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring ease during these difficult circumstances, it's very important for us to realize all of the blessings that Allah ta'ala has given us during this month of Ramadan, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us even before Ramadan, when the health crisis was kind of like first emerging, so to speak, and even after Ramadan ends. We have so much to be grateful for. And whatever challenges we are facing, for every one that we are facing, there's an infinite number of blessings that we could turn to and begin counting and become completely preoccupied. And it's very important for us to remember that, because it's very easy to become disheartened, anxious, depressed, and this is a personal concern of myself, that after Ramadan ends, that there should be like this drop off. So I'm just humbly requesting everybody, inshallah, please remember all the positives of this Ramadan. Please remember all the ibadat and all the blessings that Allah Ta'ala has given us during this month of Ramadan, and the fact that we were alive to experience this Ramadan, when those who between this Ramadan and past Ramadan, they weren't able to their time, ajlan musamma, their appointed time had come, and they weren't able to reach this point that you and I have been blessed with. So we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we're finishing the Quran, it's a beautiful thing to do a Khatm of the Quran, because an amazing thing happens. I had a brother, mashallah, he's a convert brother. So he reads the Quran in Arabic, and has his name is Ibrahim, mashallah, and he has very nice tajweed. May Allah Ta'ala bless him. He's in the south side of Chicago. And so he finished his first Quran ever this Ramadan. And it was just an amazing thing, like even just interacting with him, like the experience of, I finished the entire Quran. I read the whole Quran. And then what do? As soon as we finish the Quran, we immediately turn back around and we come full circle again. And we begin with Al-Fatiha, and we begin with Al-Baqarah. And this is a very big point for all of us, that we don't actually finish the Quran. It is a constant revolution of this recitation of the Quran, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is kalam Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always speaking to us. We are always in need of hidayah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are always in need of this reminder from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the Quran is shifa'un lin-nas, that is shifa'un lima fi sudur, that it is a healing for the ailment, the sicknesses and the impurities that are in our hearts. So we are always in need of this from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are always in need of engaging in this educational process that comes with the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are always in need as we are growing and maturing in our Islam, and our Islam is becoming more refined as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by his fadl, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala develops us and elevates us. The levels of understanding, even as you're reading the Qur'an, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes us to new levels of understanding, new depths of understanding, along with that effort and sacrifice that goes along with that. And there is a progression. So now that even every time the words do not change, but what you even get from the Qur'an as you're reading the Qur'an, it begins to change. There's the feeling that you get from the Qur'an and this constant revolution of the Qur'an, this full circle of the Qur'an itself. So we're never ever done reciting Qur'an until we are dead. We're never done. And that is the beauty of this Qur'an, is that we are never finished with it. Nobody can ever say like, oh, I'm done with the Quran. We never finish with the Quran. There are some ulama, actually there's a lot, not some, there are a lot of ulama that they have multiple Qurans going at one time. So even when they're doing tafsir, they have multiple Qur'ans. So there may be a tafsir that they're doing for the community. Then there may be a tafsir that they're doing for themselves in their recitation. It's a little faster. Then there may be a tafsir that, that they're doing now based on a particular subject matter. So whatever the case may be. So and say, for instance, related to the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But then there's that tafsir that they're doing that takes a lifetime. There are ulama that now they say, I started a tafsir. I'm still doing a tafsir for the past 34, 35, 40 years. I've been doing the same tafsir, my tafsir of the Quran. For me, it's something between them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, and as they grow and as they mature in their Islam and in their ilm, and as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, again, as Allah develops in this process of going through now and understanding the Quran and the depths of the Quran and the ocean of the Quran itself, that doesn't have a breadth, it doesn't have a width, it doesn't have a depth. It is just infinite because of its association with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it is a sifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, kalam Allah. And this ni'mah from Allah, that you and I are able to have this relationship with the Quran and receive hidayah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, directly from the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That also through this Quran, we have this relationship with our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That this is in and of itself, it is a miracle. If you look around us and you see that now the level of oppression, tyranny, injustice, engaging in haram, fahsha, munkar, it's so widespread now, and it's becoming more and more globally accepted even. And it's becoming something that it's kind of like a noose that is tightening around the neck of humanity. And to the extent that it's like almost no wonder that Allah Ta'ala brings something like this coronavirus along. But this is what's happening to us. And now knowing that even in the midst of all of that, all the drama, all the trauma, all the war, all the lies, all the misinformation, all the tyranny, all the oppression, all the injustice, then in the midst of all of that, if the person sincerely wants hidayah, if the person sincerely wants the truth, if the person sincerely wants to be saved from the hellfire, if the person sincerely wants to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that avenue, that opportunity is open to him or her. Well, that's subhanAllah. What greater miracle is it than that? Had one sheikh, and he told us, he said that we should realize if a Muslim in today's time, living here where we live, in this society, in this culture, and watching everything that is going on around us, if a Muslim here is able to do the very bare minimum basics, fulfill your obligations, fulfill your, make your salat on time, fulfill your obligations of your salat, pay your zakat, fast during the month of Ramadan, go for Hajj if you can, stay away from haram, make sure that your food, your wealth, and etc. is all coming from halal sources. If he or she is able to just do that, that's a miracle. Because if you look, logic says, reason says that if you look around us, it should not be possible. The fact that there are Muslims living here in this society that is fully engaged in basically doing everything that Allah tells us not to, and avoiding doing everything that Allah tells us to do. That we are living in the midst of this society, and yet here we are. Here we are. It is now after 10 o'clock at night. It's the month of Ramadan. We've been fasting the whole month. We're here because we want to make dua, because we have a need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we've been reading the Qur'an, because we are Muslims, because we are the Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And regardless of all the nonsense that may be going on in the world, we are still, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rahmah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's fadl, we are still standing upon the truth. And that is a miracle. That can only be done by Allah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala khalaqul that's what a miracle is when the norm is now something which is broken. When now what is taking place, what you're seeing, it actually doesn't make sense. It doesn't stand to reason. So if you look at what Muslims are able to do today in this type of environment, and the fact that we're still here with our Islam, it is a miracle from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have this Qur'an, this attachment to this Qur'an, and that is our life preserver. It is within it is our salvation. It is the hope for our salvation. It is hidayah, Huda lil muttaqin, as we're getting ready to read. That it is hidayah for those who have this fear, this consciousness of Allah, of their aqeedah, of truth, of reality, that this is not the purpose of my existence to be here in this life. This is not my final abode. This is not where I'm going to spend eternity. I am only here for a very short and limited period of time, and then I have to go. When that's going to happen, Allah, He knows. But I know it's going to happen. And when it does happen, I need to be prepared, not just prepared, but I need to be wanting and desirous of meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I not only need to be ready to go, I need to be willing to go. I need to be wanting to go. Did y'all know? Is it time? Is it time? I love my family. I love the community. I love the Muslims. I love the Ummah. But my whole point is Allah. So when it's time to go, Assalamu alaikum, see you on the other side. I have to want to go. I have to be willing to go. I have to be preparing to go. And that is what we've been doing this entire month of Ramadan. And the beauty of this is that when you look at the end of the Quran, what are we doing? We are making dua. Falaq and Nas. We're making dua. After stating what? Ikhlas. So this sincerity comes. After this sincerity, now we are making dua. And Falaq dealing with those external things, and Nas dealing with the internal things. And then what's the first thing we do? So when we come all the way back to the beginning, what's the first thing we do? We make dua. We praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we make dua. And then we start the process all again. So just as we are in need of this revolution of learning and revolving and coming full circle in the process of learning, in the process of being reminded, and this in the process of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaking to us throughout our lives and throughout our development as Muslims, we are also in need in the beginning and also in the end of making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout this entire process. And for this, we are now going to finish Qur'an. We're going to make dua. And then after we finish the Khatm, inshallah, we're going to make more dua because we are in need. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of our humble efforts. I can't say enough about, I'll do it now because I don't want anybody to log off before I get a chance. Brother Ali, mashallah, he went through his sickness, subhanallah. I won't even get into that. And then Allah brought him back, alhamdulillah. He didn't even think he was going to make it back, but alhamdulillah, Allah ta'ala brought him back. Our two brother Hufad, mashallah, Basalat and Hashmat, the sacrifices that they've made during this month, you haven't seen it. But these brothers have been here with me. They were here before Ramadan, helping to put these programs together and planning these programs together, Zoom meetings and so on and so forth. And they were also sometimes we didn't get out of here until after midnight. There were a lot of times we didn't get out of here until really, really late, because we're even trying to put together the programs for after Ramadan for men, women, children, families. What are we going to do this summer? How are we going to handle this transition with the COVID? So the whole planning process, they've been fully engaged. So they're not just here reciting Qur'an. They're here and they've been doing work. Even already today, before they came here, I think they've already, mashallah, we've already sat and spent somewhere like 2 to 3 hours just in planning and meeting with board members and everything today. And that was just today. And then here are tonight as well, away from their families. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them. May Allah ta'ala give us all istiqamah, mashallah. And it makes it so much easier when you have a solid team to be able to work with. And we know that, this thing kind of broadsided us, this whole coronavirus thing broadsided us. We weren't, as a masjid, as an organization, we weren't nearly as ready as we could have been. But then this thing comes along, and then it kind of thrust us into an emergency situation where we need to do something for the community. So we made those efforts, mashallah. They were very humble efforts. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept them. But just know that we are ramping up all of these efforts. So many sacrifices have been made to try to do as much as possible for the community, as we're trying to get the infrastructure and everything in place to do all these programs and everything online, and improve and acquire some consistency with the quality of the programs, bringing in speakers, all of these different types of things. So just request you stay in touch with us, keep in touch with us through social media, WhatsApp, and so on and so forth, and also keep checking in with us on the website as well. And as always, before we let anybody go, you're not able to come to the masjid, please donate to the masjid. The bills are still coming in, and we're humbly requesting everybody that this is the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you and I, we're still paying our bills at home. Electric bill comes in, gas bill comes in, cell phone bill comes in, this bill comes in, the laundry list. Those bills come in, we make sure that we pay them. We see it as a responsibility. We may not like it. It is what it is. It's part of life. Well, part of masjid and part of life at the masjid is that there are bills here also. And even though we're not here, those bills are still coming. And we need to make sure that we take care of our responsibility. We do it for our families, and we do it as a member of society, and we do it as homeowners and whatnot. We do it as employees, and the receiver of services with electric and gas. Here, we're talking about services that are related to our deen. Not life, mundane activities. We're talking about our deen. We can go without electricity. We can go without water. We can survive with some of these luxuries and conveniences that we've become accustomed to, like a cell phone. But how can we live without our deen? How can we live without the masjid? How can we live without these services that are being provided by the masjid? When somebody passes away and the janazah needs to be done, that is a responsibility upon all of us to make sure that those services are available within our community. It is the haqq of every Muslim that is here, and it is upon every Muslim that is here. So please, just again, take some time. There is no amount that is too small. And please make sure that you donate and remember Masjid Huda on a regular basis. Don't just think that once Ramadan is over, okay, I did what I have to do and now I'm done. May is turning into June. June is turning into July. July will turn into August, and so on and so forth. Those responsibilities, they carry on with us just like every day and every month. Those other mundane bills and responsibilities carry on with us as well. Okay. I don't think there's any other announcements. I'm trying to squeeze everything into so much, and it's already almost 10:30. So please forgive me. Allah. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallam. Ba'da a'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد عبدك وحبيبك ورسولك النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم اغفر لنا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم لا سهل إنما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل حزنا إذا شئت سهلا. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الهم والحزن والجبن والبخل والكسل والهرم وضلع الدين وغربة الرجال. اللهم لا عيش إلا عيش الآخرة. اللهم إنا نسألك حسن الخاتمة. اللهم بارك لنا في الموت وفيما بعد الموت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. سمعنا وطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. يا الله. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك ممن تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيديك الخير إنك على كل شيء قدير. تولج الليل في النهار وتولج النهار في الليل وتخرج الحي من الميت وتخرج الميت من الحي وترزق من تشاء بغير حساب. والله Rabbana, our Lord, our Master, Guide, Protector, Caretaker. Ya Allah, we have no one else to turn to ask anything from besides you. Ya Allah, we are in need of you, and you have no need of us. Ya Allah, It is easy for you to forgive us, so we ask you to forgive us. Ya Allah, it's easy for you to have mercy on us. For you, we ask you to have mercy on us. Ya Allah, we beg you to help us during these times of difficulty, to place our heart at ease, place our minds at ease, to help us with our health, our finances, with our families, with our relationships. Ya Allah, guard us, guide us, and protect us. Help us to protect ourselves, Ya Allah, from kufr and shirk. Ya Allah, make our feet firm upon the Siratul Mustaqim. Ya Allah, we beg you to accept all of our amal during this month of Ramadan. Accept our fasting, accept our tilawat of Qur'an, accept our salah, accept our dhikr, accept our du'as, accept the sadaqah and the zakat that we have given. Ya Allah, accept all of our humble efforts that we are presenting in front of you. Ya Allah, they are broken efforts. Ya Allah, they are tainted efforts. Ya Allah, but you are the one who accepts and you are the one who gives value to all the a'mal. If you so choose, Ya Allah, then you clean these efforts, purify these efforts, Ya Allah, and purify us, clean our hearts, Ya Allah. Make us sincere, make our a'mal sincere, accept them and give them weight, Ya Allah, on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Ya Allah, we're asking from your mercy, we're asking from your fadl. Ya Allah, we ask you to protect our children, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, to guard them and guide them, to raise them, Ya Allah, as Muslims, to protect their iman. Ya Allah, and anybody who's going through any difficulty in the Muslim ummah, whether it is with their health or with their wealth, with their families, Ya Allah, any difficulty, any hardship, Ya Allah, use it as a means of kafara. Let the difficulties only come in the dunya and not in our deen. Ya Allah, use it, these difficulties, as a means of kafara, as a means of expiation of our sins, elevating our status in this life as well as in the akhirah. Ya Allah, we are weak and we are humbled before you. We are in need of you, Ya Allah. We are begging you to Allah, Ya Allah, to accept us after this month of Ramadan, to keep us steadfast and to give us istiqamah upon our a'mal, to give us the tawfiq, the ability to continue with our recitation of Qur'an, with our adhkar, with our nafil salat, with our du'as, with our tahajjud, with our giving of sadaqah. Ya Allah, use us as a means of hidayah for the whole of the humanity. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, give us a tawfiq to walk and to represent the sunnah of Muhammad and the deen of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ghafir li ummati Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma raham ummata Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ghafir li ummati Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma taqabbal min ummati Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma barik ala ummati Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma shfi marada fi qulubi أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا مثبت القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد عبدك وحبيبك ورسولك النبي الأمي وعلى آله وأزواجه وذريته وصحبه أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا خليل الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا صفي الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا خير خلق الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نور عرش الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا أمين وجه الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا من زينه الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا من شرفه الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا من كرمه الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا من عظمه الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا من علمه الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيد المرسلين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا إمام المتقين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا خاتم النبيين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رحمة للعالمين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا شفيع المذنبين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول رب العالمين. صلوات الله وملائكته وأنبيائه وحملة عرشه وجميع خلقه على سيدنا محمد محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك نستغيث يا أرحم الراحمين. جزاكم الله خيرا جزاء. بارك الله فيكم أجمعين. هذا
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Inshallah, tomorrow evening we will have a program. If it's, we will start talking about, Eid. Also with the chat. So anybody who has any questions, we're getting some now. I just answered one, but for instance, you should pay your Eid, your sadaqatul fitr, your zakatul fitr before the day of Eid, preferably, but at least the bare minimum is before you pray your Eid salah. So tomorrow night, inshallah, we're just going to talk about Eid. If there's any questions about how to perform Eid, about, again, Zakatul Fitr, how to spend the night of Eid, and if it turns out to be the 30th night, inshallah, we will also have some recitation, but the program will be based around that. So Eid, the night of Eid, and what comes in Shawwal. So we'll also talk about the 6 fasts of Shawwal, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, but we want to keep the momentum So even regardless of whether tomorrow night is the 30th of Ramadan or it is the 1st of Shawwal, we will still have a program here, inshallah, at the same time. And again, we'll 30, 45 minutes, and then we'll close it for the evening, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan jazaa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.